to Your Tongue Matter. It is my podcast. Yeah, recently I made a some stuff that makes me busy, but right now it's my chance again to make a to interview and to talk to aspiring youth, and I'm so happy because she has passion to help people. And yeah, that's my clue about our guest for today. She is an active Goodwall, rather active member of Goodwall, and she is a talented and has a big heart inside and out. Without further ado, Sarwagya Bataray, if I'm not mistaken, the pronunciation of her surname. Here we go. Hi, Sarwagya.
Pronounce, Hi, Jade. You pronounced my name correctly. Yeah. Sarwagya.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. That's great. All right. So, how are you today? How are you today?
Doing really well. How are you, Jade?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good too. Yeah. Recently, my sister and my mama had a movie marathon
Mm-hmm.
um about Thor, the movies Thor, and yeah, it's almost
Okay.
2 hours, but it's so much fun. So much fun.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad you were able to spend quality time with your family. Yeah.
Thank you for that. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
This is my chance to speak to social you are not aspiring social worker because you already did to be a social worker, right? Because I saw your post in Goodwall, and
Mm-hmm.
makes me inspire that wow, you are helping the children in terms of education. And I thought that you are a teacher and you're a professional. That's why I last time that we talked
Oh,
last
okay.
time that
Mm-hmm.
yes, you're a professional. And last
Mm-hmm.
time that I guess that you are 20s or 25 because your aura, your
Yeah.
attitude seems like you're strict, and but I have a soft but as a soft heart. That's why I thought that you are um 25, but I'm wrong because you're only 18 and I'm your Didi. Am
Yeah.
I right in Nepal, Didi?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Nepali.
So
Didi. And in English, I guess, Philippines, I guess, sister, big sister is right?
yes, that's Ate. Didi and
Yeah.
Ate is yeah, sister. Yeah, the older sister.
Yeah. Um, Jade, I am not able to see you right now, I guess.
Yeah, I think I will check my i- if my internet
Mm-hmm.
is not good or on your side
Mm-hmm.
because let me see. All right.
There might be some network issues, but that's fine. We can continue. We can continue.
Yeah, but
Sorry,
I
I'm
can
so
hear
sorry I
you.
interrupted.
It's fine.
So
That's
I can hear
normal.
you too. Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So, by the way, share with
Sure.
us?
So like,
Can you share with
mm-hmm.
us where do you find this social worker or social working stuff? Is it about from your grandfather or your parent that you must be like this? Yes, I think so.
I did. I did.
Mm-hmm.
So my grandparents.
All right. Sorry for that, Sarwagya, but I can't hear you right now. I think because of your technical issues or internet interruption. But yeah, well, Hi, Sarwagya, are you still there? Are you still there? Yes, while Sarwagya is fixing her technical issues, I think that's her internet connection. Yeah, I noticed her in Goodwall that she has a children that that they help, and it is about educating in us. I think in their community they educate themselves, educate her her educate the children, like teaching alphabets or counting numbers. That is Sir Wagya did. And for first time that I noticed her is when she won in the achievement award or monthly achievement award in Goodwill, because her achievement is about helping people. That's why she is she won that achievement award, which is great. And yeah, so inspiring to hear about. All right. All right. So there are times that this is happening, like internet is the best or enemy for this live stream or for this kind of interview. But I believe it is normal. Hi, Sarwagya.
Hi, Jade. I hope I'm audible now.
Yes, you're audible now.
Sure. Guess we can start
Okay.
now. Just a second.
Yes. But you, but
Yeah,
you are
yeah.
but your video is not on. Yeah. Okay. So I will remove this one. Okay. So hi, Sarwagya.
Okay. Is it
I think
okay now?
uh yes, you're okay now. You're okay now. Yeah. Again, her technical issues. Okay. So you technical issues again. Which matter? Yes. By the way, while Sarwagi is still fixing her internet or
Just
technical
a second,
issues,
Jade. I guess there is some problem.
yeah, you are fine now. I can hear you now. But some point about you are freezing. But yeah, take your time to fix your technical issues. Yes. So Sarwagya is a active member of Goodwall, and yeah, like what I said in her achievement award, I don't know what's that exact month. I think yeah, that's last year, and she won achievement award because she featured about her skills in social work, and it it's such a what a proud what a proud did to know that you know Your good waller or your co-youth is makes a big achievement not only in herself but to the other people. Hi, Sarwagya.
Hi, Jade.
Yes. Yeah, I thought the internet connection is the problem there.
It's
But
creating a lot of problems.
yes, but no worries, but don't pressure. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
Thank you so much for being so understanding.
Yes. So, can we start now? I think because you
Sure,
are
I
in
guess
a
we can.
okay. So, what I asked earlier that where did you find this social working, this kind of career or chosen career? It is from your family or from your friends or because this is your passion. Can you tell us about that?
Mhm. So I did not get from my parents or my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Although they are wonderful people, kind people, but uh, I got this inspiration from CNN Hero of the Year 2010 Anuradha Koirala and
Mm-hmm.
CNN Hero of the Year 2012 Pushpa Basnet and CNN Hero of the Year 2015 Maggie Jones. So
All
whenever
right.
I used to look at their videos holding
Mm-hmm.
this CNN Hero of the Year award, I used to get motivated, and that motivation was very different. And I really wanted to do something.
Right.
So yeah,
All right. So you got this from from sorry for that. I don't
CNN
understand
Heroes,
the CNN.
yeah,
Am I
Heroes,
right? Okay, what
yeah,
is
yes,
this about?
CNN
It
Heroes.
is chart
Okay.
CNN duo.
Hero,
It is
HERO Hero.
about okay, so it is charity. It is a kind of charity, something like or an organization that that helps children. That's why you're doing like this.
Mm. So
Yes.
CNN Hero of the Year, they award like except
Okay.
uh,
Okay. So,
these all are except workers.
uh, okay. So you inspired this CNN hero. So that's why you choose this kind of career. This CNN hero, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't understand clearly the word that you mentioned earlier. That gives you
Hero.
a yeah that inspires you to do this social to be a social worker.
Mm. Yes, that
Okay, so what
inspires
is
me to
this?
mine one day.
Oh yeah, it is NGO.
No, 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 no. CNN Hero, it awards those social workers with successful NGOs.
Oh, okay, so you inspired this because yeah, you want to have this award in the future.
I would love to, but let's see.
Of course,
Yeah,
that's why.
of course I would
That's
love
the
to. Yeah.
reason. Yes, that's why. You know what? That's just sorry for that because I'm drinking milk. Anyway, that's the reason why. many people wants to get this kind of position, because we all know that these award, satisfied us to become an individual, and to see ourselves that we are, we are worthy, that's the
Mm-hmm.
reason. That's why. Yeah. But of course you
Mm-hmm.
think that way, right? So how, I mean, where did you get this? It is from, you heard this from the news, you heard this from um from an organization there on your community.
Mm-hmm. So I heard this from like newspapers, news, everywhere.
Okay.
It's like
That's why you um keep talking.
I want to get that award, but
Mhm.
only when I do something exceptional for my community, I guess I will get that.
Yeah.
So my
You know what?
main
I
aim
have,
is like,
yes. All right. Yeah, that's why you inspired this. You inspired to do this because you know that this is you. I mean, in the future you look
mm,
yourself like this, and you 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 went to this huge event and award this exceptional social worker, right? So it's such a great feeling to have this kind of, to receive this award. So at what,
it's a great feeling.
or how old are you when you
18. Oh,
when
oh, sorry, sorry, sorry.
okay, when you heard this, when you heard this CNN hero that gives an award to an exceptional social worker, at what age
I
did you
heard this since I was very little, but I
okay.
got inspired it when I was 15. A
Oh,
little girl, 15-year-old girl.
mm-hmm. So but there are times that, in when we watch, or when we are watching a some television, or listening to a news, sometimes, we overthink that how we are going to do this, and who are the people
Mm-hmm.
involved to achieve this kind of award. But you're only 15 years old when you inspired to do this, or to be a social worker.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to, what is the specific work of this social worker. Is it about for only children, or it is about, because social worker has a huge, um they call this sector, but
Mm-hmm.
what specifically you want to be, or to help with, about children, about PWD? Can you share with
Mm-hmm.
us about that?
If you, yeah, so if it's for now, it's autistic children, and I want to, not eradicate, but I want to solve, to some extent,
Mm-hmm.
this social problem, poverty. Because I don't think I alone will be able to eradicate poverty, but I
Mm-hmm.
for sure will be able to make some difference and make this world a better place.
Okay. So you love to make a social impact, and that's
Yes.
why you are here in good. That's why That's why Goodwall, has has chance to be an instrument, to all youth or to all young adults wants to have a impact to, to community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I I want to share that too. So, social worker, you mentioned that it is social working that you help to, because in Goodwill I saw your post there, and you're teaching students, children. So that is your passion in social working.
So I guess you saw the post of December, I guess, December 2021,
Uh-huh.
if I'm not wrong. Okay.
Yes.
So I work with this youth organization called YPR Nepal,
Mm-hmm.
and my role there is to like go to various schools, communities, and aware people about sexual and reproductive health and rights.
Mm-hmm.
And there I was in Meridian International School, a school
Okay.
with like awesome working environment. I would
Mm-hmm.
like to mention that as well. And I aware these young girls of grade 8
Mm-hmm.
about PCOS, Polycystic Ovary Syndrome. It comes under
All right.
reproductive health. And I
Okay.
also gave them information about pandemic preparedness.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
so you made a lecture about this sexual reproductive lesson to grade 8 students.
Mhm. Yes, girls, grade 8 girls.
Okay. So how do you choose this, sexual reproductive lecture? What is your
Hmm.
motive about this? Why do you choose this than lecturing about environment, self-improvement,
Hmm.
self-care? Or why did you choose then these among others?
Very interesting question, Jade. Because sexual and reproductive health is still a taboo, even though it's 21st century, but it's a taboo. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to work in those fields as a youth, especially as a youth,
Mm-hmm.
uh, that are still taboo topics: mental health, sexual and reproductive health. Even though we're in 21st century, but we don't talk about those things openly. And I
Mm-hmm.
want to not eradicate again. I don't think I alone will be able to do that, but
Yeah.
for sure make some difference.
You know what? You have a brilliant idea to tackle this kind of topic, because honestly, we don't. I think this is like money conversation. If money conversation, I mean talking about money and how to handle money, how to handle finance. It is something like relate to, not always discuss about this sexual reproductive health, which is, yeah, you did this, and I'm so happy because you initiate to teach this to the children.
Mhm.
Yes, because yeah, it is like something like that to all people, or mostly they think that, yeah, this is a um how do I say this, the not, or strict, um mm, I forgot the perfect term, but yeah,
People are
money
uncomfortable,
issues,
maybe.
yeah, uncomfortable conversation if we made
Mm.
this topic. But you did it, and I'm so proud of you because you are the one social worker who initiate to help or to teach this to young children. Honestly, this is the right, this is the perfect conversation to all, or to all children, because yeah, for them to aware, right? And for them
Yeah, they need to be aware.
to yeah, to know about the do's and don'ts about these sexual reproductive health.
Yes, they need to be
So
aware.
yeah,
As young children, they must.
yes. Keep talking, keep talking.
No, it's okay, Jade. You can continue.
Yes.
um,
So yeah, when you are in the actual lesson in teaching children, how does it feel, right? You are talking to in front of the children, and they looking at you, and they understand what do you want to say, and yeah, to yeah. So can you share with us what is the experience of, yeah, talking to children and give these meaningful conversation to them?
whenever I enter the class, I become a
Yes.
little bit nervous, but it
Mm-hmm.
gradually fades away as I give my presentation, as I continue. Because it's been
Uh-huh.
very long that I've worked as a peer educator, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
habituated to this. And I have built up my confidence a lot. I must say, yeah.
You know what? This is the best exposure for you, because you want to be a successful social worker. And yeah, like
Mhm.
what you mentioned before, that you want to build a um non-profit organization. Yeah. I
Yes.
mean NGO. Yes. So
Mhm.
that's the, that's your one step, or initial first step to tackle or to discuss these meaningful conversation. And I salute you for that. Just keep
Jade.
sending this message to the children that needs to l- to know this and listen it, right. Yes. Sarwagya, are you still there?
Yes, Jade, I can hear you.
Okay. So um that was your first time to conduct a lesson to, not huge, but few students. If correct me if I'm wrong, but 30 students attended on your class last time, or
48, 48.
30. Oh, I'm right. Oh, that's great. So it is boys only or girls only, or mix,
Okay,
boy
this time it was
class, girl
girls
class?
only,
Okay, girl,
but
girl.
previously there were boys, girls, sometimes
Mm-hmm,
there are only girls. So I've conducted other
mm-hmm.
sessions as well. This is not my first.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's a great exposure for you to send,
Thank
or
you, Jade.
to send this message to all, to the children. And don't mind if I ask you, what is what did you say to this, to these sexual reproductive health to the children? It is about
Mhm.
the do's and don'ts of our um our parts, our body parts.
So in PCOS, I taught them about what is PCOS, cause
Mm-hmm,
of PCOS, importance of diet and exercise
mm-hmm,
to cure PCOS,
mm-hmm.
and along with that, signs and symptoms of PCOS.
What is that EOPS? Am I right?
Oh no, PCOS.
What is that?
Okay, this is a hormonal disorder in which, like, women's hormones, they are not balanced. They have
Okay.
excess
It
androgens.
okay. I'm not I am familiar, but I don't know what's that what's the meaning of that. But yeah, if
Okay,
you
you're
want to
asking for the
share with
full form.
us. Mm-hmm.
Polycystic ovary syndrome.
Okay.
So in this, you have a, a female with PCOS has cysts around her ovaries.
Mm-hmm.
That is seen in ultrasound.
Okay.
They have other signs and symptoms as well. Main
Mm-hmm.
symptom, irregular periods
Mm-hmm.
and acne, excessive hair growth,
Mm-hmm.
weight gain, but there are lean PCOS as well who don't
Mm-hmm.
experience weight gain, but usually women with PCOS experience weight gain. Number of lean PCOS is low. Yeah, the brief description of PCOS.
Okay. Thank you for sharing about that. Yeah, so
And it's very
it is
common. I forgot to mention that
okay. It is
nowadays.
common. Okay, but I'm not familiar. Yeah, oh, this is a disease,
Not
especially
a
to the
lifestyle disorder, hormonal disorder, not a disease exactly. I won't say it's a
mm,
disease.
okay. So yeah, that is common symptoms about PP PPDIS. Sorry for
No,
that. I
it's okay, Jade. It's a little
P
bit hard.
yeah
P
P
C
P
C
as in
O.
PPOS
No.
PPOS
P C.
PF
C for cat. No, C for cat.
P is like P is like
Polycystic.
okay. Yeah, but yeah,
PC. Polycystic.
okay. So I think if you have chance, just put it in a chat box because I can understand that
Okay.
PFPOFOS.
No problem. No,
What
no
is
problem. That's okay.
yeah, so what it stands for. Yeah, while you doing that, yeah, so like what Sarwagya mentioned that it is a common s- um symptom, I don't know. And Sarwagya confirm that later. Oh, PCOS. What what is this? What is this stand for? Is this
Polycystic
PCOS?
ovary
Polycystic.
syndrome. No. I'll type it down.
Oh, syndrome. All right. So polycystic com polycystic. Yeah, you know what? I'm not familiar with this, and I think our viewers and listeners, not familiar. Okay, polycystic ovary syndrome. Thank you for this.
Polycystic.
So,
Cystic.
okay, polycystic ovary syndrome.
Yeah.
So this is for the girls.
Yes. Yeah. Because
Okay,
it's like
yeah, ovary.
girls only. That's like only for girls.
Okay. So, how do you know all of this? You master this kind of lesson, or that is only your, that is the theme, or like for example you invite some of your teacher invite you to talk in this classroom about this polycystic ovary syndrome,
No, I took
or this
trainings from YPR
you took
organization
training
I
for
work
this.
for.
Oh, okay.
They provide me training and peer educators.
Oh, all right, that's great, because this is the awareness to all women about this kind of syndrome.
It's very common. So yeah,
Hmm. So how is important to know this polycystic ovary syndrome?
because if
Like,
you don't treat it on time,
if you
then it can
don't,
result in
uh-huh,
infertility,
okay,
cancer,
mm-hmm.
cardiovascular diseases,
Wow.
diabetes, so
Mm-hmm.
many things. It's
Okay,
very
so
important to treat it.
we must take care of our health to avoid this polycystic ovary syndrome, especially to the women. Um,
Reproductive health.
yeah, reproductive health. And this is your chance, of course, to give a message to the women that, yeah, being a woman is not easy, right? So yeah,
No,
there's
not at all.
yeah, many things to do, especially especially if we have periods. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think, and you mentioned on your lesson or in your lecture, you mentioned the don'ts of this to avoid this polycystic ovary syndrome,
Actually,
or the only
to be
definition.
honest
And
to you, oh, you can continue. I'm so sorry.
yeah, um yeah, it's about, yeah, the don'ts of this to avoid this kind of syndrome.
No, it's
By the
like
way, so yeah, yeah, go ahead.
PCOS is caused because of insulin resistance, right? And you can treat it by changing your lifestyle,
Okay,
exercising,
all
proper
right,
diet. Yeah.
okay. So who are the prone of this, or what kind of lifestyle or habits
It's like
um
no one is like more prone to it,
prone to
but it's like
this polycystic
nobody
ovarian?
is like, I mean, anyone can get this, any female of
Okay,
reproductive age. So
but
what is
how we are
important is to diagnose it.
okay, so how we are going to to see or to conclude that I have, or we have, this polycystic ovary
Uh,
syndrome? So
I
much
will send.
constipation.
Yeah, I will tell you about main signs and symptoms.
Okay.
First main sign is irregular periods,
Mm-hmm.
and second, third, fourth, I'll tell you about that also. Excessive
Mm-hmm.
acne, excessive hair growth,
Acne.
and
Acne. You pimples.
yeah,
Big.
excessive.
I mean, all right.
And usually, women with PCOS experience weight gain also, but lean
Sorry for that.
PCOS is also there.
Uh-huh. So much acne. What else? So much acne.
And main symptom irregular periods.
Yeah, it, oh, irregular period. Okay.
Very irregular. Women with
Okay.
PCOS might get periods once in two
Mm,
months, once in 5 months also, once in 3 months. They don't get it regularly.
all right. Okay. Thank you for this polycystic ovary syndrome awareness. Okay. So yeah, if if all women listen to this podcast, yeah, they will interest to search this polycystic ovary syndrome and to know this because like yeah, like what you mentioned that this is prone to all women. All right.
Reproductive
So
age, yeah.
this yeah. So this is about reproductive health. And yeah, that's great lesson that you have because it is awareness to all women. And let's
Hmm.
go to it is the only or it is your niche that you want to give awareness to the children, or you have other topic that you shared.
Yes, I have shared about things like menstrual hygiene. I'm going to
Okay.
conduct another session about most
Mm-hmm.
probably in April.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So I really
Okay.
love, what I'm doing right now. I guess it will help me to open my successful NGO one day.
All
And
right.
one day you might see me as CNA Hero of the Year.
Yes.
But let's see
Okay. So
what will
your
happen
niche
next.
is yeah. So I think um keep inspire, keep sending message to the women because we need it and they need you, you know, they need you to to got ideas about these the proper the proper how do I say this? Yeah, the
Guidance?
awareness of yeah, the proper hygiene and about this reproductive health. Yeah, so your niche is reproductive health, which is very common, very rare because I think you are I love to talk in social worker because yeah, I think I'm so I'm so happy to know about people, especially women who helps children, who helps people in needs. So you are only the person that I know that your niche is less teaching about reproductive health to the children. Okay, aside from reproductive health, do you have any niche or lesson that you teach to the children, or only this reproductive health?
No, I have worked as a mental health advocate.
Okay,
I've worked
mental
as a
health.
therapist.
Okay, that's
I
great.
have worked as fundraiser in
Mm-hmm.
many NGOs where I've
Mm-hmm.
conducted crowdfunding campaigns. I have
Mm-hmm.
worked in collecting these various forms,
All right.
poems, stories, paintings, and provide art therapy to people. I am a
Mm-hmm.
ABA therapist, music therapist,
Okay.
occupational
You have
therapist.
many things
So
to
yeah,
do. You're a busy person, a busy person because
works up,
you
works up.
teach many kinds of topic and yeah, which is super interesting and which is super fun, Of course from you because this is a fulfilling part for a social worker to know that your students knows or got your you wisdom. So you mentioned earlier, it's not earlier, but before our first conversation, that you want to build a NGO in the future,
Yes, yes.
right? So yeah, and this is my first time, honestly. This is my first time to hear this build an NGO, and of course there are requirements and a qualification to do or to create this NGO.
Mm.
So what are the requirements of building this NGO?
To be honest with you, Jade, I guess,
Uh,
establishing an NGO is a very
yeah.
complicated thing,
Mm-hmm.
very hard thing. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess, first of all, I need to complete my education,
All
gain
right.
more work experience,
Mm-hmm.
and then become a successful, established social worker.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, this is a hard job to create this kind of NGO, but yeah, why not, right? We don't know in the future. And it is not impossible because you're a social worker, and at your age you're only 18, but you want to get this NGO and disseminate help to the needy. Yes. So what are the things that you inspired to do this? Is aside from, if I'm not mistaken, that your grandparents inspired you to be a social worker. What other things that
No,
makes you
although, yeah, all my grandparents, my parents, they are great people, kind people. But I was inspired by, successful social workers, Anuradha Koirala, Maggie
mm-hmm,
Doan, Pushpa
mm-hmm,
Basnet, and the head of and my NGO where I am working for as a therapist.
mm-hmm.
They inspire
You
me to
were
become a successful social worker.
you mentioned the names. These are Nepalese or a international or foreigner.
Okay, so Anuradha Koirala,
Mm-hmm.
Pushpa Basnet, and the head of my NGO, sorry, the head of the NGO that I am working for
Oh,
as a
okay.
therapist now, Meena
Mm-hmm.
Dhundana. This is Meena Dhundana.
All
They
right.
are Nepalese. And as
Mm-hmm.
far as I know, Maggie Doan,
Mm-hmm.
she lives in Nepal. She has a very successful NGO
Uh-huh.
in Surkhet,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess she's from any, another country, but not Nepal. But she's doing
Yeah.
a remarkable job in Nepal, and I'm so
Mm-hmm.
proud of her.
Mm-hmm. So these people, you know what? This is the perfect perfect term that surround people that makes you inspired and that makes you to do better, push your limits.
Yes.
And these people are on where you working right now as a therapist. All right, so what is a therapist?
Ah, it's an interesting question now.
Yeah, what is
So
a
I'm
therapist?
doing my A
Because
levels.
yes, you're
Yes, you can
audible.
continue. I'm so sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Like I guess I've mentioned this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a high school student,
All right.
A level
Yes.
student, where I
Mm-hmm.
study psychology and sociology also, along with economics and English general paper.
Yes.
And in psychology, I was taught about positive reinforcement and
Mm-hmm.
continuous reinforcement technique.
All right.
In sociology, I was taught about types of positive sanctions that under ABA therapy.
Mm-hmm.
In music therapy, my head is teaching me. I learn something new from her every day.
All
And
right.
in occupational therapy, also, my head is teaching me.
Mm-hmm.
While ABA therapy, I've learned it in psychology also, indirectly, as I've learned
Mm-hmm.
about positive reinforcement and continuous reinforcement in psychology, and three different
Mm-hmm.
types of positive sanctions in sociology.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you loved to study about psychology and sociology.
Yes,
Um.
I love these subjects.
Yes. So do you experience like in a community? This is here in our community that if you are a social worker, you will go to other place. You are in you live there for almost a week or more than that,
Mm.
and you experience that even you are only high school, that your parents um willing to accept this kind of work as you are only 18 years old.
I've never stayed away from house like for more than a week or like that. But sometimes in online also you can, I mean, through other mediums, there are online campaigns by which you can become a volunteer and you can contribute for your society. You
Yeah.
can search for like roles in youth organization to make a positive difference in society. Yeah, along with that, you can work as intern, volunteer in a local NGO as a volunteer, and therefore, I guess you are contributing to the society like this also.
Yes. So how what is the difference of as 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 your experience and from your perspective in life, what is the difference of being a social worker to you know the engineers like this and or in a lawyer, something like that? What is the difference of like for example satisfaction? Do you think that this
Mm.
is because um life has or people has different interpretation of happiness, and yeah, I
Mhm.
think that I got the answer. Yeah, so yeah, we don't need or I don't need to ask this for you because yeah, people has different perspective when it comes in happiness, and I see in you that your happiness is to help people. That's why you want to be a social worker, and this and you are a social worker now, and it is happening right now.
That gives
Yes.
me a different level of happiness whenever I recall the things that I've done in my life in the field of social service. Like the
Mm-hmm.
field that I'm most passionate about is social service. And
Yes.
whenever I recall the things I've done,
Yes.
and I've time and effort in this field, so whenever I
Mm-hmm.
recall those moments, those experiences, the only
Mm-hmm.
emotion I feel intense happiness, and that motivates me even more to do better and be a
Mm-hmm.
professional social worker.
Yes, you're right. So helping people is has a huge impact and huge fulfilling to to kind of this job because you serve to people. And yeah, Um, are you aware that yeah, social worker is there? How much is the salary? If you know this that because here in my community, social worker is not too high about in terms of their salary. So are you aware of that?
Mhm.
Or I don't know if there in Nepal, social worker has a big amount of salary.
So, in what I want to do in the first phase of my career, like after I've completed a master's in social work, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
then I will look forward to become a social and community service manager,
Mm-hmm.
social and community service manager. After I graduate, like my master's, I will look for this job. And what I will be
Mm-hmm.
supposed to do, as far as I know,
Mm-hmm.
like conducting crowdfunding campaigns on a large scale, coming up with innovative programs to help people, analyzing data. That is what I want to do in the first phase of my career after I
Mm-hmm.
graduate. And I guess they are paid really well. And I am
Mm-hmm.
getting paid for making a difference in other people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that is just perfect for me.
Yeah. And I'm so speechless because it is I see in you that it is not about a high amount of incentives or salary, but it's about the passion. It is about the
Yes.
fulfillment that this is priceless.
Yes,
Which is the best feeling, right? This is the best feeling
exactly.
to all of us. Yes. So it is also great that you know your plans, that after next 2 years what is my plan, and you know this, and you have plans on that, and I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, Jade.
So
Thank you so much.
do you have plans to to move abroad and studying there and see the culture, and yeah, for you to broaden your knowledge about working serving to people?
Yes, for bachelor's, I guess I'm going abroad.
Mm-hmm.
And my plan is that even though I work there, like in Canada, I want to go to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I work there as a social and community service manager, but I will for sure do something for the place I'm born in by either conducting a crowdfunding campaign here, either, doing simple things I'm doing right now by awareing women, children about sexual and reproductive health and rights, for example. I will for sure do something for for my country where I am born, no matter where I work.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's a plus point, to to join in a different with a different culture and tradition that adds value also to your
Yes,
growth in terms of being a social worker.
yes. If I, in my profession as a social worker, I need to interact with a lot of people,
Yes.
and yeah, if I interact with a lot of people, I'll be a lot of confidence, and there
Yes.
will be many advantages for me as a social worker. In my profession, it's about interacting with other people. Yes, that's what helps me to build my confidence too, and also add a wide range of values in my personal value system. Personally, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And Yeah, it gives value to yourself and to the development of your career, which is perfect. So yeah,
Agreed.
last word about what is your message to the youth, because you're inspiring youth. That's why you do
Thank
this
you.
and talk and share this podcast to around to all people around the world, because anyone can listen to this podcast. What is your message to to the inspiring, rather aspiring social worker?
Workers, I mean, not to all youths,
Yes,
only to aspiring
to
social
to
workers.
the
Okay.
yeah, aspiring social worker. What do you want to
Gain
share?
experience. Okay. All the aspiring social workers out there, I would like to not only suggest, but exhort you,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
push you to gain as many as you can in the field of
mm-hmm.
social work, in the field of social service.
Yeah,
Because, it's not only about education, but it's about experience also. As soon as you join high school, you're quite mature in high school, right? Like I joined high school when I was 16. So, for example, you joined high school, you start gaining experience from that age. As much experience as you gain, you will able to be a more successful social worker. And don't forget to be kind. But as social workers, we all are kind. So, short and simple message to aspiring social workers is be productive from a very early age. Yeah. Be productive from a very early age. I would like to repeat that again.
that's great. Be productive at your early age. That's your perfect term, because I didn't know, but in my observation that youth as of today or nowadays is not independent, or yeah, not independent, because we are in a technology, social media live, and their time is on their social media. So that's why they have no time to to empower themselves by gaining experience. And yeah, this is my chance to say this, that they have no chance to discover what they want, right? Because
Yes.
all people, or all students, when they went to college, honestly, that is they are not sure, they are unsure about what they want.
Mm,
Only
yes.
100%, like 60%, yeah, I want to be a teacher, but 40% are doubt, because they're not they're not sure. But
Hmm.
yeah, I am in college days, of course. I think this is one thing that I see, that that gives a bad impact to the youth, that yeah, they have no time to discover what they want to be in the future.
Yeah,
Yep.
they have no time to explore what
Yes,
are
they
their
have no
strengths,
time.
what are their
Yes,
weaknesses, what they
yes,
want to do in future. They don't
yes,
have the time to explore that.
yes,
Youth nowadays, that's true.
mm, mm,
But I would like to say that spend some time with yourself. Do a soft analysis. Find out what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what gives you
mm-hmm,
happiness, most importantly, and
mm-hmm,
what you want to how you want to see yourself. I mean, in near future. think all about that. And
Mhm.
after that, come up with a conclusion.
Mhm.
So spending time with yourself, exploring is very important.
Mhm. That's right. That's really, really great point, Sarwagya. And yeah, in youth there in Nepal. So what is your observation there? Are they, because here in the Philippines we have nature in 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 such a a group of youth, but I don't know if there in Nepal. I want to ask it for you. How's youth there in Nepal? Is it you are serious or hardworking youth? If you describe your place about this kind of nature, can you do that?
Okay.
Or yeah.
Yes, I can. So it's like, I cannot generalize. People have individual
Mm-hmm.
differences, but
Yes.
what I will say in general is that, youth, they focus in Nepal
Mm-hmm.
more on studies. Majority youth, they should be focusing on their studies. But what
Mm-hmm.
they should also focus on is work experience. Because you
Yes.
need to gain, yeah, right? You also agree to that.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get relevant work experience, for the job that you want to get in future. I want to
Yes.
become a social worker. I need to gain
Mm-hmm.
experience for that from a very
Mm-hmm.
early age. By studying
Mm-hmm.
textbook only, I will never make progress. I will never be able
Mm-hmm.
to serve for my community. You
Yes.
need to practically apply the things that you learn from your
Yeah,
textbook,
that's true.
right? And majority youths, they focus only on studies, gaining marks. But what majority should be doing is they need to practically apply the things they learn from textbooks and know from a very early age what they want to do in life and then gain experience.
Mm-hmm.
Being serious about studies is important,
Mm-hmm.
but being
Yes.
serious for getting work experience is even more important because you
Mm-hmm.
need to gain real life experience. But in my community, majority, see, they are like only focused on studies. They don't
Yes.
focus much on work experience. That needs to change in my community. I spoke very candidly, so I guess people who are hearing me will understand what I am trying to say
Yeah. You
and
know
make
what? That
differences in their life.
yeah. That's we are looking for, to be candid. Yes. But it's not about pointing their mistakes or yeah, judging
Mm,
them, but
yeah,
um
true.
telling them that yeah, gaining experience is and apply what you get from textbook is more important than
Yes.
gaining high grades,
Mm-hmm.
gaining more followers in social media. Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah,
There are people
yes.
in my community who practically apply the things they learn. Problem is
Mm-hmm.
that there are only few of them.
Yes.
Many people, they focus on scoring.
Yes.
I guess it will be with time.
Yes. You know what? That's me before. Yeah, that's me before, but yeah. But it changed because that's not what I
Wow, that's
want
great.
to do. Yeah. That's what the environment wants them to see, which is not good,
Hmm.
right? Yeah.
I hope it
So
will
we say we
eventually change with time.
Yes, exactly. Mhm. So if yeah, last yeah, I know that I said the last, but I
Mhm.
want to say or ask this. Yeah, this is like a game or a mini game that about if you describe yourself in one word, what word is that and why?
I need to
This
think
is the
about that for a while.
yeah, sure, why not? In one word, because you have so much qualities that you loved it, and yeah, listeners love it. So yeah, choose one.
Determined. That's what I got in my mind. I am a very determined person. I mean,
Mm,
I have a lot of perseverance within me, and
mm-hmm.
I'm really consistent. So I guess
Yes,
determined will be a correct word.
yes. You know
What
what?
about
I'm
you,
so
Jade?
yeah. What about me is yeah, same as your word or describing yourself. That determined because even sometimes I don't know what I am doing or confusing about what I want to do in my life, but um but determination or having this kind of quality that being determined is the reason why I keep going and yeah, believing myself that you can be successful on your own ways and
Exactly. That
you
is
get
what
you
really is important.
yes, we are determined, Sarwagya.
Yeah, we are.
Ah, determined.
Undoubtedly.
Yes. So
Jade,
yeah,
can I
thank
ask you one question?
sure, sure.
How many people are viewing us right now? I'm really curious.
Um um earlier we have four, but yeah,
Okay,
right now
all
it's
right.
only one. I think they're eating right now because we
Okay.
are yeah, it's already 7:30 or 7:26 specifically.
Oh, in Philippines.
Yes,
All right.
but when I upload this to hosting platform, like yeah, they
Okay.
are not only these only viewers, but in podcast it is audio, so higher than that. I will tell you
Okay.
if I upload this.
Sure. Will you upload it immediately or like a few
Sure.
days? Because I
Um.
want to see how I spoke.
Okay. Okay. All right. So yes. Yeah. I I I doing this podcast every weekend, but Sunday I have um things to do. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, maybe maybe next week. But yeah, maybe next week I will send this to you.
Sure.
Yes. So do you have
It was really
any
fun to talk to you.
yes. So thank you so much, Sarwagya, for your time.
You're most welcome.
Yes.
Thank you for your time too.
It is we have a beautiful conversation, great conversation, and I really like it and I hope you too.
I enjoyed it so much. Thank you, Jade.
Yes. So by the way, can we take a photo?
Oh yeah, I've already took some screenshots. But yeah, we
Really?
can.
Yes. If you don't mind, just take a photo. You're the one who take a photo because
Okay.
my phone is not on my side.
Sure, I'll just take a screenshot. Jade, you can smile.
Joke. That's not it's not. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I guess we need to take that again. I got a little bit confused.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I guess we need to take that again
Okay.
as I got confused.
Okay. Just send that to me, ah.
Okay, one, two, three. Another photo. One, three. Just a second. Just a second. Perfect.
All right. Perfect. Just send that to me, huh? Sure, of course.
Okay.
Yes. So thank you so much, Sarwagya, for your time and for your precious conversation, for your precious
Thank you.
sharing about this, about being a social worker. You're a big heart and keep doing that, and I'm so proud of you. We are so proud of you.
You're most welcome, Jay. And thank you so much for giving me this precious, this really
Sure.
opportunity to, express myself fully.
Yes.
So yeah,
And
it
that's
it
you.
really means a lot to me.
Mm. So yeah, next time why not, right? Yes.
So who are you planning to invite on your podcast next time?
Sorry for that. When?
Next
When or
time,
why?
like your weekend.
Sorry?
Who
Sorry
are
for that.
you?
What is your
Who?
question
I mean,
again?
who are you planning to?
Oh,
Yeah,
I think I'm on the list of um JC in Goodwall
okay, so
because he is a financial
oh
educator. Yeah, JC,
wow.
which is
Oh,
yeah,
I know
very
that guy. He's from
very
Philippines too.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah, I've
because
spoken to him.
mhm, that's because he has a financial skill, something like that, and yeah, I'm
Yeah,
so interested
I
in
know about that.
financial, yeah, also. So yeah, I want to listen about what's what a financial educator is, and
Okay.
what makes him, inspired to do this financial educator. Despite of here in the Philippines, this is not usual, or few of people know about financial planning, and how sad,
Mm,
but he is determined to push this financial educator, which is great to feature here in this podcast.
that's really great.
Yes. So all right, Sir Wagya, thank you so much for your time again.
You're
Bye
most
bye.
welcome. Bye.
Have a good have a
Thank
good
you again
night.
for
Thank
giving me this precious opportunity.
Yes, of course.
Bye.
You're most welcome.
I
Bye
wish
bye.
we should talk regularly. I mean, we should
Yes,
stay in
me
contact.
too. Yes, of course. In Telegram.
Yeah.
All right. Bye bye, Sir Wagyu. Thank you.
Bye, Jay. Thank you more. Bye.
Bye. All right. So that's all for today. That's all for today. And yeah, being a social worker is not easy, and many things or many tasks to do. But Sir Waga inspired us to talk this skill, and yeah, to disseminate this big heart and continue to help people in need. Right. So this is Jade Dama. Have a good night.